Episode 7 The Fading Forest. Flying through the air, Nagzz had a surprising amount of time to think about how things got to this point. Being sniffed into a different world was something he'd never even imagined, yet here he was. He realised that this whole series of events was started when he banished the Nagzz emote from chat. There was a microscopic part of him that regretted getting rid of chat's favourite emote, but giving in to the chat's demand to bring it back just wasn't happening. Not just because he hates the emote, but also, and mostly, because bringing it back would feel like he was nulling the victory that allowed him to banish it in the first place. That small amount of reminiscing took about 20 minutes of his flying. It is Nagzz after all. For the next 5 minutes he started screaming. After all, despite how unusually calm he was, flying through the air with no control is incredibly scary. Growing bored, he stopped screaming. After all, despite being a pro at making absurdly loud noises for the smallest reason, chat wasn't there to laugh at him, so it didn't fulfill his masochistic tendencies. Another 5 minutes later, he heard some mumbled Spanish being spoken very quickly. Unable to look and see where the noise was coming from, Nagzz just listened to the sound getting louder and louder until... oof! Nagzz collided with something large, round, and a little bit squishy. With all his momentum gone, he fell. Screaming as he did, he grasped onto the hairy object he had collided with. They crashed through a heavy foliage, landing cleanly in a conveniently set up netting. Even after they were safely suspended in the air, the pair continued to scream and grasp onto each other tightly. A few minutes of screaming later, the larger gentleman came to his senses and started to swear in Spanish.
Coño! Wait, Nagzz!
He yelled. Cow? Nagzz yelled back, after ending his endless screaming.
Oh, am I happy to see you!
Ko, still yelling, grabbed Nagzz in a bear hug.
Ow, 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 ow.
Nagzz wheezed, as his old bones creaked under the pressure.
All I need to do now is save your dumbass.
Save me?
Yeah, when I was first snipped into this hellhole, this weird British voice told me that saving you is my goal. I've been wandering around his forest for what feels like a week.
Ko explained, losing himself a little in his excitement.
And then you crashed into me out of nowhere while I was flying above the trees.
You can fly?
Yeah, all Puerto Ricans can fly once a day.
Damn, you got a good power.
Got? No! This ability is in our genes. Even outside of this place
Ko stopped half-sentence, having realized he had just revealed a great Puerto Rican secret. What? You're kidding! Nagzz exclaimed, half-doubting his bear-like friend.
Listen, Nagzz,
Ko warned, staring seriously into Nagz's eyes while pulling him close enough to kiss his huge nose.
You must never reveal this secret to anyone. Only an absolute fool would reveal this in a story allowing their readers to learn the truth about us.
Ko threatened, looking in a very particular direction angrily. All I ask is to be cremated. Okay, I swear I never will, Nagzz agreed, as Ko's serious expression replayed in his head.
Good.
Ko nodded, as he moved away. The pair still sat on the net, looked around the forest, seeing nothing but trees and a couple of nature trails. They shuffled to the edge of the net and dropped off. By the time Ko had decided on a direction to walk, Nagzz was already disappearing into the foliage.
Nagzz, where the fuck are you going?
What? Ko? Where are you?
How are you this bad at directions?
Ko asked, grabbing him by the shoulder and turning him around. A rustling drew their attention. Standing before them was a human-sized blob, with long, slender tentacles spreading out amongst the trees.
Nope!
Ko yelled, running away whilst covering his ass with one hand.
I've seen enough off-brand to see where that is going.
Nagzz stood still, panicking. Of course, having seen only one hentai, he didn't have a clue what Ko was yelling about, so to him it was just another weird and potentially dangerous creature from this world. Zoology Level 3 achieved. Thinker discovered. This large creature, native to the fading forests, is intelligent, loving, and loyal. It wanders around the forest, connecting its tentacles with others of its own kind. Recently, numbers have been dwindling at an alarming rate. Huh? Loving? Nagzz whimpered, still terrified. One of the Thinker's long tentacles stretched out and gently touched Nagzz's endless forehead, making Nagzz squeak. The Thinker nervously withdrew the tentacle. A moment later, another tentacle placed a small stick at Nagzz's feet. The huge black sphere in the middle of its body seemed to flicker between Nagzz and the stick, much like an excited but nervous dog. Nagzz picked up the stick slowly, making the Thinker jump up and down in excitement. He threw the stick. It didn't fly far, but the Thinker didn't seem to be bothered by that as it ran off, retrieved the stick, and placed it back at his feet. Repeating this, Nagzz started to have a lot of fun, and even realized that his fear of dogs could be overcome. All of a sudden, Nagzz heard a chant he hoped he would never hear in real life.
Hey, 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 tambourine,
kula-boo. The Thinker dove behind Nagzz, shivering in fear as a large group of people appeared from the trees, some walking normally, others wearing cardboard vehicles and making brumming sounds.
Yeah, fuck you, Dumbo. There it is!
One of them shouted.
Surround it quick! Deploy the 3-hour meme challenge speakers!
A surprising amount of coordination followed, and the group surrounded the Thinker and Nagzz in no time at all.
And fire!
Upon his command, the speakers started blaring out 4 seconds of Leroy Jenkins on repeat. Turning to look at the Thinker, Nagzz saw it weaken and eventually turned to ash as it reached out to him. Why? Why did you do this? Nagzz cried out, tears flowing from his eyes.
The fuck you mean why did we do this, Nagzz?
Cranky asked back.
You really can see how dangerous these things are, right? They make these voices in your head.
Wait.
Yeah, right, Frankie.
Nero joined in. Frankie hung her head, sighing and wondering why she ever made that bet to join Tambo.
Alright boys, since we gotta relocate this guy,
Cranky declared.
tie him up since the meat's back on the menu.
They quickly tied Nagzz up and started leading him through the forest. However, despite having a short rope, Nagzz still managed to get lost, wrapping the rope around the trees several times. So with no other choice, Venom had Nagzz tied to his back like a backpack. In very little time, they reached a clearing in the forest. It was filled with tents, and in its center was a large mountain of trash memes, on top of which sat a throne with, well, Shy Willy. Looking down at everyone, pretending to work from it.
Ayo. Oh, what have you brought me, my minions?
He asked.
Shwilly, you promised not to act like this when it was your turn.
SRZ complained.
Yeah, just don't be too cringe. We have a bad enough reputation as is.
Balloon added.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
He apologized.
Oh, Nagzz is here? Are you finally joining Tambo?
No chance. I was dragged here.
Oh. Why?
He doesn't know why the Thinkers are so dangerous, and at this rate we'll need even his help against them.
SRZ explained.
Oh. Well then, listen, Nagzz. They make the voice inside your head. And it can be bad.
Shy Willy stopped, hoping that explanation would be enough.
It also does other things, like, it causes male pattern baldness.
He made up.
Oh, I'm sold.
Nagzz decided to help Tambo.
Oh, that worked. I mean, great. Let's get you out there right away.
Shy Willy declared. With that, Shy Willy left the throne and led the group into the forest. After a number of hours, Nagzz woke to excited shouts. Venom put him down and finally untied him, allowing him to see the group surround another Thinker. The Thinker snarled and whipped its tentacles, trying to intimidate the group.
What do I do?
Nagzz asked, joining the circle of Tambo members.
Listen, really funny stuff seems to work incredibly well against these people.
Okay. Gold and silver walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey you!"
Everything stopped for a second, as everyone questioned why Nagzz finds that joke funny. A few moments later, movement returned to the world, and the thinker was visibly weakened.
Quick, Nagzz, finish it off. Tell another joke.
Not so fast.
Out of nowhere, a small group jumped down from the trees, landing in front of the thinker.
Damn it! The Brain Cell Protection League is here.
Balloon cursed.
That's right.
Yami Angelos shouted.
And we have help. So no longer will it be outnumbered by you Zoomers.
The trees rustled heavily, and birds flew from their perches. A dark shape flipped from a tree, spinning several times before graciously landing before the other defenders. He stood slowly. His pink-made outfit seemed to glimmer, giving the gentleman an incredibly strong Chad aura.
Join us, Nagzz. These thinkers are not as dangerous as those idiots claim.
Ko said, stretching out a gloved hand in friendship as his dress fluttered in the breeze.
No! Stick with us, Nagzz. The thinkers must be stopped.
Shy Willy counter-proposed. Both groups stared at Nagzz, waiting for an answer. But, huh? Written and narrated by Some Crow. A big thank you to my voice actors. Pikachu 9002 played Ko. The Proctophile played Balloon. Cranky was himself. Shwilly was also himself. Nero was also himself as well. SRZ played by Only Human. And Yami Angelo also playing himself. Once again, thank you very much for spending your time listening and hopefully enjoying these insane and crazy stories.
I hate seeing this stupid fucking thing at the end of some memes. I actually hate seeing this little fucking watermark at the end. It pisses me off. Especially when the meme is shit. Especially when it's garbage. And then I have to see, like, this is the post made by the Council of the United Memes.
I can't believe